Bet you didn't see this coming. This is my top 15 games of 2015 that I'm looking forward to. Or such and such. You've seen this all before. Bada boom, bada bang. Stay tuned. So earlier this week, either earlier last week, no, I'll probably record. I didn't have it uploaded about a week by the last week break. So whenever I last upload the game video, the video of the game is coming out in 2015. Now for the games that are coming out in 2015 that I'm most excited for. But not all of these I actually plan on playing, and a lot of these I won't get to play at all. So, let's begin. I also haven't played all these games, so get ready. I've never actually been that interested in the zombie series, but Dying Light looks really cool. Well, by zombie series I mean all the games with zombies. I've never been fond of creatures that bite you and then you turn into them. Ugh. But these games look kind of cool. And this game looks really good. I'd like to play it, although I'm not the best at games. It'll probably be fun. I'll get it for the Xbox One, you know. Oh, so. No, next on the list. Number 14, Devil's Third. Now, I don't actually show much of an interest in this game, but I think it looks really good. For the multiplayer aspect. It's a game that finally shows Nintendo or their console can have some quote-unquote hardcore games. It looks like something that not only shows the Wii U can have realistic graphics, but also is a cool looking shooter. Or I'd buy it, but I don't see the interest in the main story. Yes, you know. Oh, coming right up, number 13. I never actually showed interest in Splatoon when it was first revealed, but now that I look at it, it looks really amazing. It might be worth buying. I mean, a paint war, a third-person shooter where you shoot paint. You can slide through that paint like you're traveling through shadows. It was in all sorts of awesomeness. This game also might be another game that will make people want to buy the Wii U, and just because it has paint doesn't mean it's just for kids. The paint is obviously acknowledging that kids are gonna play it. They are. Or kids shouldn't be playing shooters. Or so let's make. And shooters are all the same. Let's do something different and use paint. A gimmick which looks really amazing. I'm gonna say. So next, number 12, I believe. I've never really played any of the Tales of games, you know, like Tales of Symphonia or such and such. But Tales of Zestiria is something I'm excited for because I want it on my PS3. Yeah, I got a PS3 recently, and it's a game that I want. I don't know much about, but it looks pretty cool. And I just love like the games that have an anime sort of art style, and I just like the RPG element. and so whatever. Don't really know what this game does. I don't. But for some reason, it just seems really cool to me. So, moving on, number 11. Criminal Girls Invite Only. I've seen trailers for the game. The game looks good. Really. For the PS Vita. Now, it's a bit mature and such, but I don't know. I just look at for it seems interesting, and I kind of like the idea of the gameplay. You're not sure on the rest of that. But it's also $40 because it's a handheld game. There's not much I can say about this game, but if I get a PS Vita, I will definitely try it out. Number 10. Looking at the pictures and such of Awakening Ultimatum for the PS3, it looks really amazing. There isn't much really on it to say about, but it's like Tales of Zestiria. It's just something that I really want. And I mean also looking at the name Ultimatum, I like that word. Now there isn't much left to say, but number 9. Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin, Xbox One version. He's not really ever been into the idea of Dark Souls, but after looking at it, I felt that I should give this series a try. And since it's Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin, and a re-release of the game with all the DLC and enhanced graphics, I just need to pick it up. I like games that have all the DLC intact. That sounds cool to me. I like it when games have all their DLC. I'm still getting over a cold, by the way. So I've recently decided that I will go back and play the original Demon Souls. It was on the PS3 at one point. And this game, it should be fun. I can't wait to see what it's like. And it's probably going to be hard, like I say, but I just want to try it out, Oh, and if you haven't noticed, I do stutter. I don't truncate silence that much anymore because I want to make this seem as natural as possible. And it doesn't always truncate the silence. But on the bright side, also my mouth gets kind of dry when I do these videos, so that helps explain my voice, spaces and such. Okay, number, I believe this one was like 9 or 8. Number 8 is Omega Quintet. Now, I don't know much about this game, but like the others, just by looking at the screenshots, it looks really good, and I want to try it out. Yes, I know, we'll judge a book by its cover, such, but I just want to see what the game is, because those screenshots look really good, and I gotta say, it does. So, next, number 7, and this is gonna be obvious. Rather than just saying these one by one, number 7 is Final Fantasy Type 0, number 6 is Final Fantasy 15. I've been following Type 0 and it looks really good, despite how all the names of the characters are strange military sort of names, like 7. Wow. So, 15 and Type 0 are both amazing looking games. Type 0 has a sort of third-person shooter, or magic, combat, etc. It's a lot of things in one. Sensei, it says Type 0 and isn't an official number, it can be. It's a spin-off, so don't stop whining if it's not like Final Fantasy. It's also weird how it's rated M. But I guess that's just something to come. I might like to play Type 0 and enjoy it a lot. Final Fantasy 15 is also looking pretty good, despite there are no awesome female playable characters. But I guess you can't always have one of those in Final Fantasy. But Final Fantasy 15 looks good, and I will be able to play it this year, hopefully, because I just have to catch up on finishing 13.2 and then getting to 13 in Lightning Returns, and I should be able to play both of these amazing looking games. Yes. These two games were actually originally supposed to be the original sequels to Final Fantasy 13, which means by default we technically got 2 more 13 games, and these are still technically sequels. So, yes! I recently started getting interested in the Dead or Alive series. These are not for what a lot of people are interested in for. Where I'm interested in the gameplay and the story. Mainly because I like playing the story of games. I want to see what the story is. Because I know there's going to be a story. And I want to play through the story. And I also like fighting games. Unless they are brutally unfair. But that's usual. When I play a game online like Injustice Gods Among Us, and the opponent keeps acting like a jerk. But Dead or Alive 5 Last Round, which I think would be a great addition to my Xbox One. Now, hopefully it'll come with all the DLC and of course those enhanced graphics. It's gonna be a good thing to buy, and hopefully be a nominee for a nominee for one of the many categories of Game of the Year. Normally the best remake or remaster, or that is technically what it is. It's about. So moving on. The Atelier series is a series that looks really good. I started looking at the game, so I was looking at games for the PS3, and I actually seen some reviews of the game. It's in a trailer for the new game coming out, Atelier, Shallie, Alchemist of the Dusk Sea. This looks pretty good, looks really good. It's cute, nice. There's enough. Well, you can't say that I'm judging it by its cover, because I saw a CGR Nato's review of the last game, Atelier, Eska, and Logi. So, no complaining there. I'm going to play this game, honestly. Whether it's this year or next year, I'm going to play this game. It looks good. So I plan on catching up on the series first, as I now have PS3. So, moving on, number 2. Oh yeah. So I've never actually fully completed a Zelda game. I tried playing Ocarina of Time I never really got past the Deku tree because it's confusing. Thinking I don't actually own the game, and my grandma owns it, owns it. She's intense. But I do own Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess and played through most of the game. I got through all the temple stuff and then got stuck trying to go get to the zone of Twilight. And then kind of stopped playing it for a while and forgot what I was supposed to do. But I really want to play The Legend of Zelda Wii U because I don't know. Have you seen that gameplay from the Game Awards? It looks amazing! The open world, the horse riding, and that jumping in mid-air and then shooting an arrow, all of it looks really good. It looks like it's going to be a great game that shows up off the Wii U and becomes a Wii U system seller. Now that will be amazing. Now, you want to know what number 1 is, don't you? Number 1. Sadly, this is another game. Like one of those, just never actually played the game for it, but it's a sequel. XenoBlade Chronicles X. Oh, that looks amazing. I haven't actually seen that much of it, but it's an open world sort of action RPG, I'm not sure. I'm quite sure, but I've seen some stuff from the first game in a video. Oh, and I just love the letter X. And Xenoblade, it just sounds so amazing. I want to play this game, no doubt. It will be fun. Tons of fun. I hope. I like RPGs, and getting one for the Wii U is something I want. I mean, how many RPGs are on the Wii U? Who knows? There's probably none, other than in Costume Quest 2. So I want to play this game, and I'm gonna do it. So, that's all I have. Happy holidays. What's your top 15? I'd tell you to put it in the comments, but as you know, I don't allow comments. So go to my channel and tell me your top 15 games for 2015 that you're excited for. My name is Caleb Magson, and I'll also be changing my opening at one point. And next year, 2015, is going to be a year filled with reviews, whose game ideas, thoughts on current news and such, which I am gonna be very lively, hopefully. Yeah, and I will try to think of game ideas and do some reviews. I've made some improvements from my last review, from my Final Fantasy 13 review, and we'll also re-review that at one point. But next year, let's start things out. I will be reviewing a few games that I got for Christmas. Ghost Recon, Future Soldier, Final Fantasy 13-2, and Castlevania Judgment, Injustice Gods Among Us, and Lego The Hobbit as well. I'll also be reviewing the games I bought for the PS3. And I will not be reviewing all these in the exact order. Or I'll actually be starting with Castlevania Judgment. And so, Caleb Magson, signing off.